Here are the tools that you're going to need for this fix. Some isopropyl people alcohol to clean everything off. Little tiny picks so you can move around the little antenna thing and get it under the Kapton tape, which is the kind of orange flimsy tapes that you'll find inside. Some cotton swab thingies for this guy. The advanced clip mangling tool, aka guitar pick. And what do we got here? Probably the most important part was that we got a T-Torx 9H and a T-Torx 6H. Security tips for your screwdriver. Check it out. Yeah. I tried regular torque tips, but they actually didn't fit, so I don't know what the hell the difference is other than the little hole in the middle. I don't know. Maybe I'm just an idiot. Could be. Can't be. I don't know. See you later. Let's get started. Hey everybody, Journeyman Joe here. So what the first thing that you need to do when you're testing Xbox controllers like these is test them when they're both plugged in and just with a Bluetooth. I tested this one and actually everything on it works. So what the hell is the problem? Well, you can see here. See, if you see that little press down, that means this one's definitely been opened and fooled with. And if you get a nice shot of the buttons here, you can see that when you press them down, they stay down a little too long. That makes for spongy stuff that's going to suck, so what we're going to have to do is open this up and see what's going on inside. Let's get started! First step in what you got to do is taking these two side wings off. There's no real trick to them. You can see there's just a bunch of plastic tabs, so what you got to do is get your advanced plastic tab removal tool, and I like to stick it under this corner right here and start prying up. Next thing you got to do is pry up this sticker here. It conceals a screw right in the middle, and of course it's the warranty sticker. If this is gone, it's voided. This is incredibly difficult to do. We just got to pick it up a little at a time and pull. Now that the sticker's up, there's 5 screws that you all got to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the back cover should come off. Once that's done, the front plate should just lift right off. Yay! We can see here the little, see that little shiny spot on the X button? That means somebody spilled something in here. I bet we're going to find corrosion once we lift this up. All you gotta do, flip it over, and then this backside comes off too. Ooh, yeah, look at that. To get out under the buttons, we pretty much have to disassemble the whole thing. So first we gotta do this backboard. There's a couple of screws, one there, and one there. And then it's also pressed into a connector under here, as well as this little antenna connection. So you gotta pop that off, and then gently pull it. And one other thing to remember is that these pop out here, they are soldered directly onto the board. If you're not careful and you're just whipping this board around, these heavy magnets will just snap right off, and that sucks. For the backboard to come fully out, you gotta pop these joysticks off. Now, nothing to them, just pull them straight up, off you go. And then next, since these black and gray wires go all the way up to the motors and the triggers, I find it easier to take these out of the triggers here, so that way I can fully get this board out of here. So there is a single screw on each one right there. And right there, pop those out, and the motor should come loose. Back on the front, we gotta release the this center plastic part, so you gotta get over these two little tabs. Just like that. Now that the center plastic part's off, you can just kind of lift off the trigger part. There, ooh, look, just like that. Now the trigger housing just kind of rotates off, just like that, and out it falls, and now you can move these magnets, all the way out. You can move them out so you can take this backboard off. Shit, that's a lot to do! When handling things and moving these wires out of the way and getting them out of their little feed lines, you may see that the headphone jack isn't actually soldered in. It's just sitting there, making contact. It'll just fall right out. That is normal. Don't worry about that. Now that the backboard is finally removed, we have 6 more screws to take care of. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Once those 6 screws are out, you just give it a nice little pull, and out it comes, and then all the little rubber bits will go flying all over the place. Be sure you keep track of all this stuff. As you can see, as I suspected, because I'm the smartest man in the world, that it is, and in fact, has corrosion. Well, not corrosion, but it's got gunk on it in all these different spots. That's what makes everything nice and sticky. You can even see it shine here. None of that crap should be there. Right there, too. Good God, somebody spilled a soda in this when they were having a little too much Call of Duty, you know what I'm saying? So what we're going to do is take some isopropyl people alcohol, 91%. Don't get less, otherwise you're a nerd. But you want to, they can even sell 99% somewhere. I don't know where the hell I could get that, but, you know, if my local pharmacy wants to sponsor me, I'll let you know where I got this. But anyway, so you just say, you take your Q-tip, you dunk it in there, you get all around, and then you try to get all that shit off and be nice and clean. Okay, let's go! When you put the back case back on, be sure you get these metal tabs through the back and you don't crush them under the plastic part. Otherwise, they'll snap off and then you've really made a mess. Like I said, you have to test it both ways, both wireless with the Bluetooth connection and with the wired. You gotta be sure that everything works. So first you plug in the little wire that comes with it and you'll see that it vibrates and it turns on. Now after this, you got to test all the buttons. So then you go to take your Windows machine. Don't use Mac, because Macs are shitty and should never be used for anything. So you go to Start to Control Panel, All Control for Devices, and Devices and Printers, and you see the controller in there. You right-click that, go on to Control Settings, and then hit Properties. From there, this little doodad over here opens up, and you can see that you can press all the buttons and all that shit lights up like a Christmas tree. It's very entertaining just to play around with that. Look at this, point at it. Be sure you test everything. There's a lot of buttons on the thing. The only thing that won't test is the Xbox button itself, because that brings up an app. See, I don't have it installed because it's shitty, but, you know, that's how you test that button right there, and that's it.